Then there are some people, they're not stupid, they're full of shit. That doesn't take very long to spot either, does it? Take you about the same amount of time. You'll be listening to some guy and say, well, he's fairly intelligent. He's full of shit.
So, you know when it's bad where like you actually have a fucking when you actually see some shit like and you're part of the quote unquote new medium, new media, and you actually see people that fuck like, but you still have ties to old media, and like I know a lot of people that they were fucking pissed off. You know, these people are fucking pissed off. It like we touched on it in a couple of videos earlier, where people were just pissed because Donald Trump's Twitter has been hacked and social media and shit like that, right? What kills me is these motherfuckers. So I don't know if you know what Ryzen is. It's fucking Crystal Ball and Saaggar Enjeti, where they try to play like they're one person's on the left and one person's on the right, and they're trying to work to meet in the middle. But some of this shit is just completely fucking dishonest. And here, let's like all through the election, you saw Saaggar and Crystal talk about all the Democrats are bad and the Republicans too. They have a little problem that they need to fix, but Democrats are bad and establishment bad, and it's that same sort of grift where you get these people that are disaffected people on the left that team up with fucking people on the right to say like, "Oh, look, bad." But let's hear this shit.
All right, Saaggar, what's on your radar?
Well, this weekend, it was one of those where it feels like the news is so unrelenting that it's difficult, even with just 2 days in review, to sum it all up. By now, I'm sure you all at least have a vague understanding of what has happened. Beginning Friday, Twitter banned President Trump, permanently citing his past tweets encouraging storming the U.S. Capitol and his initial response to those riots. That set fire to the discourse as to whether big tech had too much power over our lives.
So let's actually address this. Should Trump have been suspended and permanently suspended over the tweets that he's actually done for years now? Yes, he should have. Did they silence him unfairly? Did they silence him because he's a conservative and we need to silence conservatives? No. Does anybody silence conservatives because they just want to target conservatives? No. You know why conservatives, more than anybody else, gets targeted by big fucking tech? I give you one reason. I give you a couple of guesses. If you're in the chat and you think and you know why conservatives get targeted for suspension or deletion more than anything that somebody on the left can actually do, can you guys tell me in the chat? I'll wait because I know chat takes a while to catch up. Why does conservatives get blocked or not blocked, but gets suspended or their accounts terminated? Can somebody tell me why? I'll wait for a few seconds. Okay, so they get blocked because they break TOS. They blocked because they break TOS. And you know what happens? Because they break TOS, companies remove them. But you know what else happens? You know what else happens? Because they bitch and complain about the mainstream media is biased. Well, the mainstream media are paralyzed because if they remove somebody for TOS violations, but they already have these people whining and crying, they block me because I'm conservative, not because they break TOS. Then they're given a little bit more rope to set themselves up. But let's continue.
Here, we have a private company deciding to deplatform the sitting, albeit outgoing, president of the United States. But that conversation had gasoline poured on it as the weekend progressed with the fate of Twitter alternative Parler. Parler has been touted by conservatives in recent months after billing itself as the real free speech platform that does not exercise bias moderation.
Yeah, they actually do. You can't be left on Parler or Gab or any of this other shit. Like, I actually have a Minds account before, like, all the Nazis went to Minds. Look, and we actually have people that actually try to put their videos on BitChute that are left leaning, and all the fucking comments, because these motherfuckers, these websites, they are biased. They're not biased to the people that are running them because they can't see past their own bias. But Parler, well, I'll let you go.
Parler came under major scrutiny over the weekend as it became increasingly clear that its users organized and called for much of the violence that transpired in the Capitol building on Wednesday, leading within a span of about 24 hours to its essential banishment from the internet. In one fell swoop, Parler was banned from the Google Play Store, not available on Android, it's banned from Apple App Store, not available on iPhone, and Amazon, who hosts all of its content on its servers, said they would no longer do so. In effect,
so wait a minute. You're telling me that specifically major tech companies are saying that they won't support an app that people use to plan an insurrection on the government? What? So you're telling me that if I had that's akin to me holding in my house a fucking meeting of people that want to rob the bank, and when the plans come where they fucking fail, and me saying like, hold on, y'all motherfuckers can't have meetings here anymore, even if I wasn't watching them, even if I didn't know them, but they came to my house again and started holding other meetings. And I told them to get the fuck out because of the shit that I see them they did. You're telling me I'm wrong for that? This is Google's, this is Apple's, this is Amazon house. And the fact that you're using it to do illegal shit, of course they have the right to fucking kick you out. Of course. But, you know, conservatives are being mistreated some kind of way. Fuck, let's continue.
In fact, they have ceased to exist. This ignited the most fierce conservative debate about the free market in modern memory. Much of it, of course, was me saying, I told you so. Just go build your own Twitter, right? Wrong. Well, since only 2 companies control almost every device in America and they decide that they don't like it, you can't. Also, good luck hosting it on the internet when the main web service administrator decides, nah, we don't like you. So what are the lessons to be learned? There are 3, I think. First.
Okay. 3 lessons. Okay. First, don't be a shit person. Second, don't advocate for doing shit illegal. And number 3, go fuck off. Those are the 3 lessons. I think his lessons may be different than what I may have actually said. And by the way, let me clip that, like, that disapproving scowl. Let me clip that. That's gonna be the thumbnail. That's gonna be the thumbnail. Yes. All right, cool. Let's continue.
First and foremost is the most obvious. There are probably no bigger fools today than the libertarians who welcome unaccountable content moderators in Silicon Valley removing the president of the United States today and deciding that an app cannot exist, period, because they find it objectionable.
It wasn't because they felt it objectionable, motherfucker. They're breaking the fucking law, you dumb fuck. And not only that, he's the fucking president. He can hold press conferences. You know what? The house that he lives in, literally has a room where motherfucking people of the press come in and talk to him. What? Hold on. Hold the fuck on. It's almost as if he has his own motherfucking camera crew that he can go on TV and actually talk shit. Unless you want to say TV is dying, which, yeah, fuck TV. Fuck TV in particular. But, like, he can do this shit. Like, he just can't play with his Twitter account while he's shitting on the floor, on the phone, on the toilet. Like, he just can't play with that account. Like, and no one is silencing him. He's the fucking president. And, his account was going to get banned afterwards because, he's inciting a fucking insurrection. Oh my God. Let's continue.
All of their defense of how the free market protects individual liberty better than anyone else has been shown, at least in the field of technology, to be utterly and completely false through this episode. Second, though, is that the right, by and large, is a bankrupt political movement.
Whoa. We agree. We fucking agree on this one. Oh, God. Thank you. We fucking agree on this. The right is a fucking bankrupt political movement because it is shit. Right now, the right consists of owning the libs, even if it fucking hurts the right. Fuck, I don't think he's going to agree with me. Let me let him continue speaking.
Who does not care or want to fight for the interests of its voters, and has terrible ideas about how to fix anything. One of the most common takes in lieu of Trump's banning from Twitter is, that's it guys, Republicans finally have to grow a backbone and fight. They have to take a stand and stop being such wimps, right? It's compelling, but it's not true. The truth is, as one of my favorite Twitter accounts pointed out, that the right fights all the time. Republicans have broken norms on Merrick Garland and ACB to gain power. They fight rough all the time to pass tax cuts and deregulation. They'll break every norm in the book. But when it comes
oh my God, this motherfucker, like, I don't think he gets the self-awareness of the fact that, oh my God, I don't even think he gets the self-awareness of it. Shit, man. Shit. Let's continue.
Comes to protecting their voters or their economic livelihoods or reining extra governmental institutions that are far too powerful, yeah, they don't fight on that ground because they mostly work for or are funded by the people that they would need to rein in. As friend of the show Matt Stoller pointed out, when the Federal Trade Commission brought an antitrust suit to break up Facebook, it was brought up on a very close 3-2 vote. Who opposed it? It's not the Democrats. It was the 2 Republicans who sit on that body. It's not that the right doesn't care about political power. It certainly does. It's that its professional apparatus only cares about using it to further enrich people and our enemies.
Oh my God. Like, this fake fucking populism. Did you know the Hill is owned by a billionaire that's friends with Trump? Did you know that? Like, he gets his money from billionaires that are friends with Trump. Not only that, his previous job was a writer for Tucker Carlson on the Daily Mail, and he's friends with him. Tucker Carlson, who also claims this faux populism while working for a billionaire and promoting conservative values. It's almost as if they're talking out of their ass because reasons. Fuck. Like, what is that word? Hypocrisy, motherfucker.
And here's the other point about antitrust, which seems to be a consensus position now on the right. What evidence is there that a separate Facebook and Instagram wouldn't make this exact same decision? Or why would a Amazon Web Services, separated from Amazon, not do this too? Hint, they still would. Antitrust isn't the problem here. It's about ideological capture of every single one of our institutions.
But Mark Zuckerberg is completely on the right. Like, he literally has fucking right-wing motherfuckers that does his fact check. It's about these people answering to their stockholders, not some perceived enemy, not some, like, unless you want to say China is a stockholder of certain companies like Tencent or Epic or shit like that. Like, yeah, of course. These not people are beholden to some scary fucking power. No, they're beholden to their stockholders. Because that's what fucking capitalism does. Fuck. Like, how do you not see this shit? But of course you don't see this, Saaggar, because you're a millionaire getting paid by billionaires to spout this whole, oh, fight the establishment, except for by your own admission. Some of the establishment, and the only reason why he's going this light on, like this light touch about these corporations is, you know, because of January the 6th. Any other time, he's like, the Republicans need to do this, the Republicans need to do that, and oh, boo-hoo, the establishment Democrats. But fuck, let's continue.
We have to grapple with that to understand the reality and depth of the problem. Finally, the lesson to me is this, and this is the one a lot of conservatives are not going to want to hear. At the end of the day, going all in to defend apps like Parler is not the answer. Why? Because Parler actually was used by militia members and rioters to plan violence on Capitol Hill. Here's an example. One user during the riots said, quote, take zip ties with you, sneak up on them like ninjas, and zip tie their hands and feet. And another said, here, have an ice pick in hand so you can stab them and keep going. This is serious stuff.
And I wonder why Parler was taken down. I wonder why Parler was taken down. I fucking wonder why Parler was taken down. Well, let's continue.
Parler was mostly getting it unremoved from their website. In many cases, the violent content on their platform, which explicitly violated their own terms of service, was allowed up, including calls for killing Vice President Mike Pence for supposedly betraying Trump. Many other Republicans who did not vote to decertify those election results. That's not something to defend. Clearly, this is a company whose main appeal is to the fringe and was not enforcing their own policies against them. One of the biggest mistakes that the right has made amidst this debate is allowing themselves to be co-opted by Nazis and violent loons who are trying to con them with free speech arguments. If the right solution to Twitter is a site which has zero moderation, that site will become a hotbed for Nazis and other crazy people who have been banned from Twitter.
So, he's right, you know. Getting rid of terms of service, it brings out some of the worst shit of people. Not only do you get, like, insurrectionist shit, like, look at, like, fuck, 4chan, 8chan, these motherfuckers have moderation. And the loosest, lightest moderation. But, like, even they have terms of service that they have to fucking, like, deal with. And I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. This whole thing about YouTube, they're going to get the president, or Twitter, they're going to get the president, and they're going to come after you. They already come after us. This is one of those things where it's just like, you get conservatives, like, they don't believe it until it's happening to them. And then, oh my God, it's the motherfucking world is coming to an end. But I'm sorry, motherfuckers. This shit has been happening to us for years. 4 fucking years. Just like when motherfuckers came to the Capitol and they realized that, oh shit, if I break the law, I don't get the pass card yet. Oh, but anyway. Guys, it's been about 2 hours now. I want to thank everybody who's actually watched. It's about 9:30 Central, and whew, as with always, I thank everybody who's watched. Please like, share, subscribe if you find this content fun or interesting, or you want to fucking just sit back and enjoy yourself at the good time.